PlayStation podcast, The DualShock Show, where greatness awaits. I'm Javon McNeil, and with me is Allan Muir. Alright,
Fight the power!
That's good, fight the power that be. Alright, Allan, pretty much since we just introduced ourselves to everybody, I want to know, what have you been doing lately?
First, I just want to welcome everyone to the all-new, all-different PlayStation show. Kind of stealing something from Marvel Comics.
Nice.
Hey, if there's one thing I can do, it's steal shit.
Hey, as long as it's not copyrighted, my friend, and we don't go to jail for it, that's all fine by me.
Okay, I've been playing Batman Arkham Knight. It actually got to the point where even though I ordered the collector's edition, not the Batmobile edition, the one that comes with the giant statue of Batman standing over Gotham City.
How is it worth it to have gotten that special edition?
Dude, the statue is epic.
See, now, like, I wanted that one in the Batmobile edition, but rest in peace to the Batmobile edition because it was pulled off shelves. I guess I'll find it on Amazon or wait till it goes down in price, but I really need to pick up Batman Arkham. Yes, guys, I've been slacking on that.
I specifically moved a bunch of crap off my desk so I can put it on my desk.
So, how big is it, would you say? If you're telling me you had to move stuff off your desk, about how big is the statue?
It's the size of, it's pretty damn big. That's all
Okay.
I could say.
Alright, so pretty damn big. So I guess if I pick that up, I might have to do the same thing as you. Either find some space in my room for it, or I'll just leave it in a box until I eventually do.
Yeah, but because I wanted it so bad, I pre-ordered it again on the PlayStation Store. So I bought the same game twice for nearly $200.
I mean, hey, if you want to gift your friend Batman Arkham Special Edition with a Batman statue, that's good by me too.
Unfortunately, they're all sold out.
And sad face. Thanks for crushing my soul there, right there, Allan. But that's okay. That's okay. So, is there anything else that you've been up to, PlayStation-wise or gaming-wise?
I played Tales from the Borderlands Episode 3, which kind of knocked down Gotham or Arkham Knight in its steps, because it is one of the finest Telltale Games episodes I've played in quite a long time.
That is a big, bold statement, sir, because I know you did love the Walking Dead Telltale games, so...
Well, I liked Season 1. I love Lee more than anything.
Spoiler alert, he dies.
Well, the game came out 3 years ago.
Yeah, but you know how that goes. There's still some people who haven't finished the game or played it, so spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, we spoiled it for the people who were gonna play it. Who were waiting for it on PS4.
Yeah, that's true. Or your mobile device.
Yeah. It's funny that this is getting such critical acclaim, and they're having such a hard time with Game of Thrones.
I mean, with Game of Thrones, I would say, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, they're kind of trying to base it off the television show. And, I mean, with the books as well, but...
No, nothing with the books.
Nothing with the books. Oh, okay.
Just
so
the TV show.
Okay. So that being said, whereas the transition from that into a game and to try to fit all of that content within the game without catching too much up to where the show is now. Because once again, if you're a fan of the show or the book series with George R. Martin, he kind of takes a while to bring out new books, and the show pretty much already caught up. So to try to fit the content in there, I think, and with getting the rights and the voice acting from the original cast and crew on there at the time to do that stuff will be kind of hard. Whereas Borderlands is a game series which is 4 games deep. I would say yes, from the original series, from Tales. You're already immersed in the world, and it's kind of pretty much already easy to do, and there's so much that you can do with it. So I mean, I may be wrong, but I'd say it'd be much easier to develop a game for Borderlands than it would be for something that's based off a television show. Whereas when they did it with The Walking Dead, it was the comics, and it was pretty much already into the lore. And instead of trying to go directly with the comics, they kind of branched off and did their own little thing, but it's still connected with the comics and a bit of the show as well.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
I've also played some Fallout Shelter on my iPad.
And I've heard mixed reviews about that. What are your initial thoughts on it?
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
I had to delete it because it kept crashing on me. It crashed on me about maybe 10 times.
Yeah. And that's something that I've heard too, that with the crashing and it's been kind of slow here and there, that it's just kind of, it's a good game, but it could be a lot better.
Yeah. I chose to be overseer of Vault 101.
Nice.
Because Fallout 3 is one of my favorite games of all time.
Okay.
And I sent someone into the wasteland. They couldn't defeat a rad roach, which I find sad because they had a hunting rifle.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing just made me ashamed, so I had to recall him back into the vault. And I successfully had 2 Vault Dwellers procreate.
Nice.
The dude had a douche goatee. Goatee.
So you gave him a douche goatee. Nice one.
Oh no! The characters are automatically, like, they're pre-made.
Ah, I see.
He walks out all happy. She walks out and she's all big and fat and looks so sad. I felt bad for her.
Well, you need to fix your characters, man. That's why it's all about customization. Hit them in the treadmill, make them happy, make them amazing and outstanding citizens of Vault 101. So when they go out into the wasteland, they can be the total badass that they need to be.
And the thing is, there's really not much customization options because every single character has their own special stats.
Okay.
That are pre-made.
And how do you get your special stats from each character?
Well, you can create certain areas that up their special.
And I'm guessing that's like how they showed on E3, which is the weight rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't make it that far because I didn't get to play it that long.
Gotcha. So pretty much from what you played, you still have much more customization that you can get through, but you're pretty much on the bare bones, the bare minimum of what you would when you start off in a game like that.
Yeah, I kept running low on food and I kept rushing things.
Well, that's why you have to even out your stats so you don't, run out of food and different things like that.
Well, I had about 12 vault dwellers, and they were eating up food like it was unlimited.
Oh wow! Is there a way that you can fix and stop that, or that's just pretty much how those?
That's pretty much how it is, and you have to keep your vault dwellers happy. I thank God for those two having sex and making a baby, because that raised morale.
All right.
I don't know if everyone in the vault was watching them.
I kind of hope not. That would be a bit creepy. That would be a bit. But yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude, to know that you've been up to. I haven't really been up to too much in the gaming world. Besides playing some Battlefield Hardline here and there.
Oh, dude, I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've also been doing some comics reading.
And what comics have you been into?
I read the new Justice League of America by Brian Hitch. The 58-page epic.
What did that entail?
It featured the it wasn't necessarily the League fighting people. Well, it did have the League fighting people. It had Aquaman in like the Supreme Court or the UN.
Was he trying to save all the fish?
No, he was basically saying that the Atlanteans are way advanced than any of the human than any other human countries. But they want access to Olympus.
Gotcha.
Then he goes back to Atlantis. Superman, there's an interesting thing that happens.
And what is this interesting thing that happened?
Superman keeps dying, like different versions of him from multiple realities.
And how are these guys dying?
I don't know, but they keep showing up in this place called the Infinity Corporation.
Maybe there'll be like the Jet Li movie, The One, and when one Superman dies, the next one gets stronger?
No, it's not like that. They actually had Superman go there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Superman of the JLA.
Okay.
He goes there, and as he gets there, another Superman shows up dead.
That's kind of, yeah. Hey, look, I just showed up and now we're dead.
And the scientist who's working on the whole thing is trying to warn him that's basically saying the Superman is going to die. Like the main Superman.
Okay. And is there any explanation of how he's gonna die, or do you just think he's gonna die?
It's essentially Desmond telling Charlie he's gonna die.
Gotcha.
Except no seeing the future and stuff.
You're just gonna die. Deal with it.
Pretty much, and the Justice League get called to a nuclear plant in New York, where none other than Parasite is, and he's basically absorbed most of the energy from Hal Jordan's ring.
What the what?
Yeah, and then Barry tries to get Hal out of the way, and Parasite saps the Speed Force from Barry.
Talk about overpowerment much?
Then Superman comes, but he's not enough. Cyborg basically takes him down.
Huzzah!
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Um,
Cyborg is our hero. The greatest superhero ever. Cyborg and Static Shock.
one created by an Hispanic and a white man, the other created by a black man.
There we go. For the win. So is there anything else that you've been up to, or is that pretty much the creme de la creme?
I read the latest issue of New Suicide Squad.
Anything else?
And I also read, damn, I forgot what it was. All I do know is that I still have some Doctor Who comics to read.
Okay.
Especially the Ninth Doctor miniseries. I'm surprised you're not losing your shit over this.
I've not really got into the Doctor Who comics stuff, to be honest with you. Never really thought about actually reading them. The show I watch, comics, I'm like, eh.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Oh, and I did watch I watched the Bethesda E3 showcase again.
Which was pretty damn good, I might say so myself.
Just to see Doom and Fallout.
We just wanted to see how the Pip-Boy edition is going to look because you pre-ordered it, pretty much, I'm guessing.
I've seen it multiple times, but I wanted to get another look.
Gotcha. Do you think that's going to be worth your hard-earned money, Mr. Muir?
Well, I'm going to be wearing that thing around me wherever I go. And I'm not lying.
I know. That's why I laugh, because I know you are actually going to wear that everywhere you go, except for the shower.
Yeah, I don't want to die of electrocution.
I don't think it's strong enough to, but that's possibly the smarter idea.
I'm really just gonna go to sleep at night with that thing. I have that thing on my counter, on my computer desk with the radio on.
That will actually be pretty awesome. Not gonna lie at that. I just the thought of that. It's like, okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. Have on some Spotify and on your Pip-Boy and just let it soothe you to sleep.
No, the radio from in-game.
Oh.
Because when Todd Howard showed the Pip-Boy, you can actually go to the radio stations.
That's pretty awesome.
I just hope Three Dogs is in the game, because I want to go to sleep hearing him going, "What's up, Wastelanders?"
Not bad.
And I can't believe Doom is coming out in 2016.
That's a game that I think everybody, especially if you grew up in the early 90s, or just the 90s in general, have been waiting for. It came out for the Xbox, right? Correctly, if the last Doom came out?
The last Doom came out on the Xbox and the PC. Then, in 2012, they released the BFG edition for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. And apparently I did a speed run of on the PS3, and I had no idea I did so.
Well, we will have to talk about that when Doom comes out, or next time, and so you can tell us exactly what was your score and your time on that speed.
I think it was under 8 hours.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, considering I was running and exploring too.
Yeah, I haven't played that the BFG edition on the PS3. So the last time I played Doom was the one for PC. So Hell on Earth actually. So I'm a bit far back. So I'm excited to know that it's actually the new. I don't want to say reboot or anything like that. I mean, technically it is, but it isn't, or the thin fine line. But I'm actually excited to see that it's coming for the PlayStation 4, and I definitely will be picking that up for nostalgia's sake. And just from seeing the E3, how it's customizable, you can make your own maps, and for multiplayer and do many things like that, and it's ever evolving and ever changing. That is one of the things that really got me interested in picking up the new Doom and trying the new Doom. So I would definitely be picking that up for the PlayStation 4, and Allan, hopefully you will be too, and that way we could be playing it together.
Dude, I want to do that co-op mode where you that horde mode where you face off against demons.
So then I expect you to have that for the PlayStation, and
Dude,
maybe we can get.
I pre-ordered it for PS4.
Oh, well, there we go. You have just pretty much just established that we're getting it for PlayStation 4. I will be picking it up, so any of our viewers who are listening to the podcast, they can pick it up and they can play it with us, so we can go all out horde mode and destroy some motherfucking demons.
And dude, we could do co-op Battlefront.
Yes. Just see, now you're tickling my fancy. You're like, Battlefront? I'm like, alright. Not gonna get too excited on that because I know we still have many of the things that we need to talk about, and that's why I'm gonna go into what I've been doing, which is I'm just gonna make this pretty quickly. Pretty much, like I said earlier, we're playing a little Battlefield Hardline. Saw Jurassic World. Oh, dear Lord, the inner kid in me yeah, I felt like how it was when I first saw the original Jurassic Park in theaters. Other games like that, I still need to pick up Arkham, so I need to be doing that. And, gaming wise, I've been Smash for the Wii U, now they're in Splatoon, especially Smash because they announced Ryu, and, that's one of my all-time favorite, Street Fighter characters besides Ken. So I've been getting up on that, and oddly enough, a little bit Disney Infinity with the niece and the nephew. So pretty much that's what I've been doing as of late. But now that, I'll find a little bit more free time, I can get back into my gaming because that is life. That's the reason why I'm doing this podcast, I've been a gamer for years since I was a kid, so I'm happy to get back into that. But now that we've pretty much been talking about what we've been doing, we're going to get into our PlayStation deals of the week, of the month, what's been going on. So, Allan, would you like to tell everybody about that?
Well, catch this before July 1st, because then they're going away forever. Or who knows, they might come back. They've done that occasionally.
Yes, they have. But it's been kind of rare, though.
Yeah, you've got, for the PS4, you've got Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, Skulls of the Shogun Bonafide Edition. For the PS3, you got Call of Juarez Gunslinger, which I played on the PC, and it's actually a pretty good game. I'm dishonorable every single time I do a duel.
Nice.
I'd take my gun out and shoot him. And for the Vita, we've got a Super Exploding Zoo and Futuridium.
Now, I've played Futuridium. Well, Futuridium is and Super Exploding Zoo. You could also get on the PlayStation 4. It is cross-buy. Once again, all of these games that we've just read right now for the PlayStation Plus are free. So, go if you have a PlayStation Plus account, and if you don't, you need to get one. Go into PSN and download these games. Futuridium. Wow, it's a very challenging puzzle game. I will say that it's very fun. The music is kind of a techno-ish house type vibe music, but it fits very well with the game itself and how it plays. The colors and the visuals of this game, the controls are pretty great. I know I've even had non-gamer friends who come over to the house. I'm like, here, play this, and they love the game. So I enjoyed it. I know non-gamers enjoyed it. Skulls of the Shogun is kind of a turn-based RPG game where you are pretty much undead samurai and you have to defeat your enemies. I haven't played too much of it, so I can't go into it. But from what I have played, the 10-15 minutes of it, I quite did enjoy it. But I know there's a little bit of a learning curve that I'd have to get into to play it. So that's one thing about that. And Ground Zeroes, pretty much, if you haven't played it or know what it is the prequel to Metal Gear Solid 5.
The Phantom Pain.
The Phantom Pain.
A game by Hideo Kojima. Not Konami.
Not Konami. Hideo Kojima. And we all know why we're saying that. That game, you can speed through that within an hour, but there's a lot of good things in it that you can get. So, if you take your time. It's not a full game. Before it was on the PlayStation Plus for free game of the month, it was actually $30, so which wasn't a bad price for it anyways. Very, it's pretty much, I would say in the sense of, it's a tutorial of learning how to play Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. It's its own game, but it's pretty much you're getting into the controls and how the game plays and the story about what's going on, why Snake, Big Boss, is starting this organization and everything. So it is a very good game to pick up. So if you love Metal Gear Solid, do yourself a favor and pick this up. It's free. Hurry up and get it before it leaves the PlayStation Store before July 1st. Allan, I know there's some other games that are for the PlayStation this month that you want to talk about, so go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Batman Arkham Knight for $59.99. Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition for $24.99. Which, if you read our Arcane's Roundtable, what current generation gaming gripes, mine has heavily to do with Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition.
Uh-oh.
I did not like that game whatsoever.
Uh-oh, we might have to get into that a little bit later.
Look, I love playing as Nero, but I didn't like playing as, can't believe I'm blanking on this. Javon, you know.
Not Nero, Dante?
Yeah, Dante.
Talking about from that DMC Devil May Cry Dante?
No, talking about Devil May Cry 4 Dante, the classic Dante.
Well, why not?
You're basically just going through what Nero went through.
Yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't like that. See, I haven't played Devil May Cry 4, so I really wouldn't know. I kind of skipped that one.
And the thing is, I'm a hypocrite because I own Devil May Cry 4 for PS3.
I know you do.
Like, I bought it at a GameStop, or I bought like 20 games that were like $5 and under.
But it's just not one of your cup of tea.
No, it's not. PlanetSide 2, which is free and very good.
Alright, I might have to pick that up.
Don't Starve Giant Edition 3-way cross-buy. And if you don't know what that means get it for your PS3, your PS4, and your Vita. All for the nifty price of $14.99.
That is not bad at all. And I heard that was actually a good game.
Yeah, it's a great survival game.
What else we got?
Tales from the Borderlands Episode 3, Catch a Ride. Catch a Ride!
Yeehaw!
For $4.99. And because for these two, I don't know well, one I obviously know why, but the other one I don't know why. There's a sale going on right now.
Okay.
For two games have been slashed in price. Batman Arkham Origins, the prequel to Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and Arkham Knight.
And what's the other game that's been slashed?
Well, you can get Arkham Origins for $19.99, and you can get Beyond Two Souls for $19.99.
And how long are these deals are lasting for the month, right?
It was for actually this week, so.
Oh wow. So I might have to get on that first, especially for Arkham Origins, which I haven't played yet. I know.
Oh, that reminds me. In Arkham Knight, they actually have a spot, the scene from The Killing Joke.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say, I'm only saying the scene because I don't want to spoil it any more than I have, or may have.
Oh wow. Okay. Gonna have to get that. Gonna have to get that knife.
And dude, they have fucking Man-Bat.
Yes!
Who in the comics works for Shade. Which I just love.
Oh, that is awesome.
Now on the pre-orders. You can pre-order Godzilla for $59.99. This has nothing to do with the movie. This is just a next generation version of the fighting game. You've got Mothra, you've got King Ghidorah, you've got everyone.
Yeah. So we got all the old school baddies.
All the old school kaijus.
Kaiju Big Batty!
Next up is Tearaway Unfolded for $39.99. Next up is Tony Hawk's, and lastly, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 for $59.99. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited for this.
What, for the new Tony Hawk?
Yeah.
I am half and half. I'm excited because, honestly, the last great Tony Hawk game for me was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 for the PlayStation 2. Yeah. Or was that PlayStation 1? I forgot which one. But yeah, that was my favorite. So, but I mean, it's been a while and Tony Hawk games haven't been quite as good since then. But hopefully they get back kind of to the core of what made Tony Hawk games. And especially the music. I can say that, like Need for Speed, that was one thing that, besides the gameplay, that got me into those games is the music that came with the soundtrack that got me amped while playing the game. And I can just tell you, one of my favorite songs from the Tony Hawk series was Del the Funky Homo Sapien, If You Must. And if you know how that song goes, I won't go because it's a little explicit here and there. But yes, that was my okay, hey, every time this song came on, I needed to skate and I needed to do the best that I could. So, if they have music like that brings back the nostalgia of Tony Hawk for the, early days, then yes, I'm all for it. I will get this game. I might even pre-order.
Now for Europe. They got pretty much what we got.
Okay.
Ground Zeroes, Skulls of the Shogun, Call of Juarez, Cloudberry Kingdom. Cloudberry Kingdom, you can actually read the review on arcane.com or arcane.tv. Super Exploding Zoo and Futuridom.
And once again, Super Exploding Zoo, Futuridom, those are PlayStation Vita games.
Yeah. And now for the PlayStation Plus deals for Europe. Battlefield Hardline Standard Edition, £29.99, €39.99. XCOM Enemy Within, £3.99, €4.99. XCOM Enemy Unknown, £3.99, €4.99. Basically, this same price for the Darkness, also the Darkness 2. Another good game. Spec Ops: The Line, a great game. And Mafia 2, which is one of the best gang games I've ever played.
I haven't gotten into. I know the Mafia series has been pretty good, but once again, that's another series that I might have to take a stroll down and play them. Never really got into them.
The openings are not the opening, but when you come back from World War II and you're walking home in New York, it feels so damn real.
You feel like a gangster walking through the snow?
You're not a gangster. You're not a gangster yet. You're just a guy who got sent home from, or who's on leave. But it's one of the few games where I've actually not walked fast in the snow.
You pretty much just took in the scenery as your character was going to wherever you need to go. Is pretty much what you're trying to say.
Pretty much.
Gotcha. Understood. I mean, there's certain games where I've been like that. I mean, most recent game I can say that I've actually took the time out and I didn't really want to do much was The Last of Us. That game was so beautiful and the surroundings and everything. Like, okay, I know I need to do this. I'm so happy I'm not on the timer. But it was just like, I didn't even want to play the game. I wanted to explore the game. And that's how I also feel like I'm going to be with Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. It's so massive. And, it just looks, how it's rendered just looks like, holy crap. So I know I'm just, especially in the desert, I'm just going to be like, alright, let me see what I can get into. How far can I go, until I reach the end, or until I decide that I want to engage an enemy or do the mission at hand before I do that. So I can understand exactly where you're coming from and how you feel.
Yeah, in notable additions and deals, we've got Batman Arkham Knight for €54.99, €69.99, and not $99.95 in Australia. Next up, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, €18.99 pounds, €24.99, $37.95 in Australia. Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Ward, £39.99, €49.99, $75.95 in Australia. And lastly, Tales from the Borderlands Episode 3, Catch a Ride, for £3.99, €4.99, and $7.55 or $7.55 in Australia.
And once again, these are all the PlayStation deals that are going on within this month.
No, this week.
Or this week, excuse me. Well, with the PlayStation Plus as well. So this is what's going on the US and for Europe. And if you didn't catch these, you can always look on our site, and we'll have it all there for you guys to see it. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to talk about this week in PlayStation, and this is the news stories that's been going on for the week until June 27th. And Allan, you have anything that you want to talk about for this week in PlayStation?
Yeah. In Rocksteady's Batman Arkham City, many references are made to Superman, with thugs hoping a Cape Freak doesn't show up next. This has us wondering if Rocksteady is really going to make a Superman game, what with it being a rumor for all these years.
I would say I think that or a Justice League game would be the next tie-in to go, especially with these the DC movie, the Justice League movie that they're trying to come out with, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do another Superman. So I don't think that it will be that far off. Maybe they'll even do a fighting game that isn't Injustice that DC has been trying to pull out with. So that could be what's going on. Also, this week in PlayStation, we have Rory McIlroy PGA Tour, which is offering a pre-order bonuses that will give you the TPC Scottsdale DLC, home of the Waste Management Phoenix Open. So if you like any golfing games, this is something that might tickle your fancy.
Following a controversy surrounding the release of the next Destiny expansion, The Taken King, Bungie revealed that players don't need to repurchase the game for the new content for Destiny. Well, it turns out players who own Destiny in the first two expansions can buy the upgrade bundle for $20 and they'll get the content. Those who buy Taken King standalone or buy the Legendary Edition will get the content as well.
Also, 2K has announced that Michael Jordan, star of such films as Space Jam, will grace the cover of NBA 2K16. Alright, this has me in a hell. I'm just really excited to know that Michael Jordan's going to be on 2K16, especially as in one who loved basketball, played basketball, and even on 2K games. This is awesome. Not just that, but the special edition of the game includes a Michael Jordan 2K16 poster, a Michael Jordan Fathead wall clean, digital Jordan shoes, t-shirt, and jersey for your player. You also get 30,000 virtual currency and 3 ammo pack, as well as a new special edition exclusive Moments card for the My Team VIP. The special edition of NBA 2K16 will run players about $80. So if you are a big basketball fan, get this game, especially if you love Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players that's been in the game.
Now on to me. Treyarch seems to be teasing zombies for the San Diego Comic-Con with a Twitter post saying, "It's time to start writing the next chapter," accompanied by an image of The Living Dead and the words, "San Diego, July 9th. The date happens to coincide with San Diego Comic-Con, so look for that.
I kind of think that they need to stop with zombies. Especially, I was very kind of not feeling that in order to play zombies, I had to pay for that in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Yeah, no, just no. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Allan?
Well, it's essentially horde mode from Gears of War or something TV.
Smash TV, is that what you're trying to say?
Smash TV, yeah.
Haha, that's an old school game.
Dude, you're reading my mind. It's crazy.
Hey, well, we're doing a podcast together, we're good friends and gamers, of course. You know, that symmetry is there. That symbiosis, my friend. That symbiosis!
But they've been doing this since 2008.
Yeah, like I said, I've never been one to, even with some of the other Call of Duty games, I've never been one to really too much care about zombie mode. So I may be a little bit biased, but I mean, I did play it on Black Ops 2, and it was pretty good. I got into it. It wasn't bad, but still, I just feel like instead of worrying about, I mean, of course, everybody really, hardcore Call of Duty heads, they really wanted because of zombies, especially when they had it back in the World War II Call of Duty game days. But I feel like instead of worrying about zombies, give me something new and innovative about the game first. Stop kind of bringing it out year after year after year and just kind of beating a dead horse like Microsoft did with Bungie. Yes, shots fired at that. And, just give me something completely new and revamped. And then once that process is finished, then work on zombies, because it's more like just some DLC and you just kind of just do the same thing over and over with different weapons and stuff like that. But once again, I'm not going to knock it until the game actually comes out and I actually play the mode. But on to the next bit of PlayStation news for this week. On Wednesday, Activision announced a partnership with Red Bull for Destiny, and developer Techland of Dying Light fame have taken to social media for poking fun with the Twitter post. We're jumping on the latest trend in game marketing. Drink right, Dying Light, drink for DLC. The drink in question, ladies and gentlemen, is a glass of water. For those Destiny fans, in addition to granting players bonus XP, the codes printed on specially marked cans of Red Bull will grant players access to an epic new quest and a never-before-seen multi-stage mission in the Taken King. Now, I, for one, when I first heard about this Red Bull Destiny kind of thing, it kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, this is a shame marketing ploy to get people to drink Red Bull. Oh, hey, look, on the can, this is how you get, new quests and stuff like that. Not only that, but they showed the skin of your Destiny play avatar actually having Red Bull armor.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was hilarious. It just made me laugh. And I also saw for Techland for Dying Light to do the post that drink water for DLC. I thought that was a great pot shot at Activision for making fun of the Red Bull thing. And also, it was, to me, that was actually kind of pretty much cool, because it gets, gamers to stop drinking, Red Bull and other stuff like that and actually start being healthy about their lives and drinking water. And it gives free DLC. I'm not sure if this is true, but if this is very true, to me, that's awesome. How awesome could you be like, hey, drink water, tweet yourself drinking water, and the more tweets we get for those tags, we're gonna give you free DLC.
Yeah.
So that to me is pretty awesome. Is there anything else, some other news that you got for us, Allan?
The release window for Kingdom Hearts 3 has been decided internally at Square Enix. Game director Tetsuya Nomura offered more information regarding Kingdom Hearts 3. Aside from Olympus, most of Kingdom Hearts 3's worlds will be new. When it comes to... What?
No, I'm sorry, go ahead. No, I was actually going to sing Simple and Clean, because you
sing it!
Everyone. No, I will let you, go and talk about your story, but I just am in love with the Kingdom Hearts series. It is one of my favorite series of all time, especially that Square Enix, Squaresoft, that's how I know them as from back in the day, have come up with. So, yes, but continue on, sir.
When it comes to the story, Nomura said, how do you pronounce that, Javon?
Nomura, yes. You're right.
No.
Which ones? Xehanort, Master Xehanort.
Xehanort's story will come to an end, but the Kingdom Hearts series, like Javon's heart, will still go on.
Yes. Thank you. Like I said, I don't want to go into it, but yes, Kingdom Hearts. I'm so extremely happy that Kingdom Hearts 3 has finally officially been shown at this year's E3. I'm glad that it's finally, after years of waiting, that it's actually going to come out. So, yes, once again, you can hear the excitement in my voice. I'm not going to go too much into it, because I know we still have other news stories that we have to talk about. But when you walk away, you won't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. There you go. That was for you, Allan. That was for you. A little simple and clean. Love that theme song. And for our final bit of news, when asked if the WW2 or World War II shooter will be making a comeback, Activision CEO Eric Heisenberg or Hirschberg. Excuse me.
Hirschberg.
I don't know. I was thinking about Breaking Bad right there. I'm like, oh, Eric Hirschberg. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We're gonna have a World War II shooter with Heisenberg in there. How awesome would that be? But okay, Activision CEO Eric Hirschberg said, "It is certainly possible." Hirschberg explained, "There are these moments where certain ideas seem to be floating in the collective consciousness, and there are two meter hitting the earth movies in one summer, and were both in production for years." Hirschberg continued, "Those kind of things happen." Hirschberg also said, "So there's definitely a chasing of innovation and new ideas within a well-worn genre that lead people to similar conclusions like changing time periods. And of course, I think that opens up the opportunity for what is old is new again." And that, with that piece of news, that goes into our topic of the week. Will the World War II shooter ever come back? I personally say I'm half and half on that. I would say that yes, I think it's about time that it does come back, and the reason being is it's been a while since there actually has been a World War II shooter on a big console. PC, you kind of see it all the time, and even then, it's kind of been not really so much out there, especially from a big company like Activision, which kind of really started their Call of Duty series on that. I feel as though with pretty much how the World War II shooter was back then, that's how we are with modern combat with Call of Duty, especially with it comes out every year. I feel like they should take it back to the World War II era and possibly tells a different side of the story or something that we haven't seen before. Never really got into a World War II shooter, but I would like to actually play one, especially with Call of Duty. Allan, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, at a certain like 10 years ago, you had Call of Duty, you had Medal of Honor, you had Brothers in Arms, you had all these games that were World War II centric. And Medal of Honor was great until the dev team left and made Call of Duty.
But see, that's how I feel like with these games. When you saturate the market with it, as once again, that's what happened with the WW2 shooter. That's all that was really there in the market, so it got stale. And it was gamers. I know once again, even though I didn't play it, but myself, I was like, I want something new. I want something more. And when Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, it was like, yes, this is something I've been waiting for. It's, with the times, it's what's happening now, in a sense. So it made it feel more realistic. It made it feel fun. And now that I feel like there's so many modern futuristic combat games, whether it's with Call of Duty or something like Deus Ex, or different games of that nature, even Halo, I feel like that's all that's in the market. So I want something new. And pretty much, where could you go from futuristic combat? You really can't go anywhere from there. I mean, maybe I could be wrong and they could surprise me, but I feel like now go back to something that you kind of, left behind and glanced over and, do something with that. So that's how I feel. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same way, Allan.
Well, every game in the series had something unique. Call of Duty 3 had the grenade cooking. Brothers in Arms had the whole strategy element. Battlefield 1942 had you flying planes and driving tanks.
Yes.
It's just that we're running out of ways to blame the Russians for our problems.
or any other communist regime.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why, but I keep thinking about Homeland right now. Or not Homeland. Homefront?
Homefront, yes. Which is pretty much Red Dawn, the video game, and I can't wait for part 2 to come out, which I'm surprised they didn't talk about during E3. I even, until you said it now, I completely forgot about that game.
Well, that's because the staff weren't being paid, so they quit.
But who is part 2 being developed by?
Formerly the Time Splitters developers.
Ah, and is Homefront 2 still in development or no?
Yeah, it still is.
Nice. I've played a bit of the first one. I haven't played the whole game. I heard there's many issues with it, and some of which like control issues, which from the little bit I played, I did notice. But it was a good game. It did have a good concept. Once again, it was pretty much Red Dawn, the video game. If you haven't seen the old 1980s movie Red Dawn, while Patrick Swayze was in it, they also did and Charlie Sheen. They also did a remake with Drake Bell. No,
Josh Peck,
Josh Peck,
and Thor himself.
Liam Hemsworth. Yes.
No, not Liam. Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. I'm sorry, I forgot he's a brother. And they also had Tom Cruise's son in the movie. But that was the remake. But pretty much that's what Homefront was, is pretty much China and Russia invade and Red Dawn, they invade Colorado. But in Homefront, it was just China that invaded San Diego, correct? Or the west coast of the U.S., yes?
They pretty much... Well, the main event, if you will, took place on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes.
That's where the final battle took place, and your guy sacrificed himself. He took the flare and ran. Pretty much was running into the enemy, so they dropped the bombs on him, basically killing him. Again, spoilers for a game that came out 4 years ago.
Exactly. But, yeah, I mean, hopefully...
But I really want the World War II shooter to come back, because there's still stories that you can tell. Like, the first Black Ops told part of this story, but the Pacific...
No. I feel like they can... I mean, there's...
And, like, Call of Duty, I think Big Red 1 tackled Africa with the Ern Rommel.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot that can be done, but I just feel like...
Basically, I'm a big Band of Brothers fan.
Which was a great show.
I mean, hell, had most of the big actors these days were in Band of Brothers. Colin Hanks, James McAvoy. Again, Rima mine, Javon. Magneto from X-Men Days of Future, the X-Men First Class Days of Future Past.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, that's wrong.
No. What's his name? I'm trying to think. Duran. I can't even think of the actor's name, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
He was on it, which I find phenomenal. Like he's supposed to be in He's supposed to be a child at this point in the war. In a concentration camp. Being Klaus Schmidt's pet.
Kind of said that, and I just thought, Band of Brothers equal to X-Men. Ha ha! Plot twist. That would be an interesting plot twist. But yes, we will see if the WWE, I don't know, I just say WWE, but the World War II shooter will come back. And that is also this week's question. Do you, our podcast viewers and listeners, do you think the World War II shooter will come back? If you do, if you don't, please, in our community page, in our forums, let us know what you guys think. Give us a shout out.
Javon, we don't have forums.
Well, we don't have our forums, but
we have a Facebook page and a Twitter account.
There we go. We have our Facebook and our Twitter, but there's different ways that you guys can give us your feedback on of our topic questions and what's going on. But yeah, Allan, it's getting about that time for us to almost close out.
First, we're bringing something back from the dead, something that we did on our old podcast, the Zitchcast.
Yes.
Like 4 or 5 years ago.
And this is a topic that's near and dear to me, and I love Marlon, who brought it up. But it's pretty badass! So, Allan, what's pretty badass to you that's been going on? Whether it's gaming, whether it's music, whether it's movies, comics. I mean, we still want to keep it in the game of the realm of gaming. But what's something that's pretty badass to you?
The Flash.
Are you talking about the TV show, The Flash?
Yeah.
Yes. And why is that pretty badass to you?
Because it takes the story elements of Arrow, or each episode feels like a comic book issue.
I would actually agree to that. And I would say it was pretty awesome about it is that it's taking from the Flashpoint storyline of the Flash comics and add that with the grittiness of the Arrow TV show, because they both have the same writers. It just makes for damn good TV. Like, from start to finish, I've been glued on that show. And I know, Allan, we've had many talks about this. And you can rant and rave more than I can about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a bad episode in the first season, which you can get on Amazon Prime, Amazon Instant for about $29.99.
But season 2 is about to come out soon, so I'm definitely excited for that.
It's coming out October 6th.
But without spoilers, the show is very consistent. It moves very, very like peanut butter. It's just nice. It just goes. Every episode leaves you engaging and you want more. Is there something else that's pretty badass to you, Allan?
Here's something that's not pretty badass. It's called
What is that?
Green Lantern, the comic book.
What is this thing that is not badass, Allan?
No, I just had to get that off my chest.
You just like, no, just not at all.
Yeah.
Alright, for me, I'm going to stick in the realm of gaming. I'm going to say this is something that it's been near and dear to me for years, since I was, smaller. And they've been teasing this for years, since the development of the PlayStation 3. Allan, you should already know where I'm heading to. Why that's pretty badass would have to be that finally, it has come back to the PlayStation that was my kind of The Rock little chant there, if you caught that on for any WWE wrestling fans. Final Fantasy VII Remake is happening. It's going down, people. It's official.
If only we did the show a week ago.
Yes. Oh, hey, even so, but that's fine. Yes. The excitement and the hype is so high for me. When they first announced it, I screamed like, yes, I screamed. I shed a tear. I'm super happy. It made the kid in me just feel nothing but joy. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, not only that, we finally got what we've been waiting for so long, and that's Shenmue 3. Yes! Yeah, and the Kickstarter page, when it went up the minute after it was announced on E3, it blew up. It made over $2 million in, what, a day? And
well, I checked on it in the middle of the night and it was past $2 million, and I pledged $29 to get a PS4 digital copy.
As did I. I pledged $29, and I was watching the track throughout the night. Actually, within the hour, it pretty much almost made $1 million, which was freaking amazing to me to see that.
And Sony's not getting a cent, which is good. Not that I'm saying that they're the devil, but they're not helping. They're helping it by showcasing it.
Yes, and to me, that's awesome to see that us gamers come together for something that we love and to, pledge and give money to help its development. And it made well beyond the $2 million goal, which is even more exciting to me. And to see this series come back, I mean, since Shenmue 2, everybody's like, we want to know about more sailors. Where can we find the sailors? Where's part 3? We left us on the cliffhanger. And to see that the original creator and director of this game is actually coming back, and he wants this to happen.
Yeah, and I remember on an episode of G4TV.com feedback, Adam Susser was like, where's Yu Suzuki? What's he doing? And this was years ago.
It's like he went into hiding and no one could find it. And he finally came out at this year's E3 at the Sony press conference, and he said, we want to make this game. I want to make this game, but it's a love letter to all of you, and we're going to make this the best damn game that it needs to be. And for me, that is awesome. That is like my pretty badass. That and Final Fantasy. Oh, you know what? Before I end it off, I'm going to say also The Last Guardian, because this is another game that we've all been waiting for. Allan, I know you definitely been waiting for. I mean, I have from Ico, however you say it, to Shadow of the Colossus, to now the next entry in this series, which is The Last Guardian. It was put on hold. It was in limbo hell. None of us knew if they were actually going to make the game, if Sony was actually going to go through. There was years and years that E3, they teased it, but they didn't say anything about it. Then you heard it wasn't going to get made, that they shelved it, and now it is also official that this game is going to come out. So those 3 games are really what made E3 for me, that really made this year for me, to know that 3 game series that I've loved, that are near and dear and true to my heart, are actually going to come back, and we will be able to play this, and hopefully before I die, or I'm just happy that it's finally coming out. And with that, I'm gonna close our podcast. So I'd like to thank you guys for listening to Arcane's PlayStation podcast, The DualShock Show. Rate and subscribe to our iTunes under The DualShock Show. Maybe even leave us a review. Please visit our website at vgu.tv. You can
no. Oh? Arcane.tv.
Oh, correction. It is arcane.tv. You can also find us on Facebook or tweet us at
Arcane.
Arcane. There you go. I'm messing up. Sorry, we changed it. So it's at Arcane TV. You can also find us on YouTube at arcane.com.
Arcane.com.
Arcane.com. I'm sorry. I'm super excited. I'm on my high of Final Fantasy is my pretty badass. But yes. But where you can also find this podcast in static video format. Please remember to periodically check twitch.tv/arcane.
No, it's VGUTV. We haven't changed it yet.
So it hasn't changed. See, I'm still on our old format. It hasn't changed. So twitch.tv/VGUTV for our PS4 streams. Remember to give our sponsor Audible a try at audibletrial.com/DualShock, where you can get a free audiobook. Send questions to us at, is this the same, Allan?
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay, DualShockShow@gmail.com. DualShock also has a Facebook and Twitter. Once again, where you can find us at the DualShock Show for both. Or if you
DualShock Show.
Or DualShock Show. Or if you want to tweet us, Allan, would you like to give out your Twitter name?
I am the Allan Muir.
And I am at the U to the Z to the A to the M to the A to the K to the I to the J. Uzumaki J. That's where you can find me. You can also find me on the PSN at Arabian_Nightmare. That's ARABIAN_NITEMARE. That's Arabian_Nightmare. And Allan, please tell everybody else where they can meet you.
That Jew boy.
Yes, he is that Jew boy. What an awesome name. Once again, thank you for listening to the DualShock Show, and we hope to see you next time. And never forget to never stop playing.